on in, stop in. We got some great information. If you're interested in quitting, go ahead and stop in. Hi, you want to quit today? Come on over.
Teaching at a college fair allows us to be at a place where this population will be found in high numbers. Other location ideas might be beachside promenade or shopping malls. Sometimes people won't want to stop their social activity to sit for long with us, so we can also briefly chat with them to schedule a time we can meet with them elsewhere one-on-one when it's more convenient.
Thanks for stopping in on our booth. I've got a little bit of a description for you, what we do here. We're gonna watch a movie in a second, and then my classmate will bring you a slice of pizza at that time. So this session is about 25 minutes long. It depends on how long we chat together. Sounds good? We're gonna do the movie with the pizza, like I mentioned, and then we're gonna talk about, what your own personal reasons are for wanting to quit. We'll go over like what are the physical and financial costs of smoking, and we'll talk about the tools and resources that are out there and some strategies. And then we'll capture your personal goal here, and then we'll send you home with this sheet. It's kind of like an overview and agreement, and help get you started, and so you can take home these notes with you. Sound good? Okay, if I could have you sign this, it'll be your personal contract on this, and then I'll sign it as well so you know what I'm gonna show you. So you just sign right over there, right there.
Andragogy tells us that adults like to know why they're learning something and that the content is immediately applicable.
Okay, and I'll sign too. And then we'll have you go ahead and hold on to this as your worksheet as well. Okay, let's go ahead and start the movie.
People learn through various sensory modalities. Here we are using audio and visual.
Call 1-800-QUIT now or visit cdc.gov/quit to get started.
That's a really good resource, and I've got some more resources for you, so we'll go over those later. Now, I'd like to understand when you stopped here because you wanted to quit, and I'd like to understand what your personal reasons are. What's your own motivation? What's driving you to want to quit right now? I'm glad you've recorded motivations because that'll be good for you to hold on to that. By the way, those are really meaningful motivators. Let's go ahead and take a look now at how smoking affects everyone's body. And we'll look at the secondhand smoke effect as well, and then some with the financial effect as well. So some costs on that. You might know some of them, and let's play a little game at the end to see, because it's a lot, right?
Stopping to get their teach back both helps reinforce the learning and helps us ensure comprehension.
So maybe I'll have some new things for you. Go ahead and flip to that. And also, if you want to follow along, there's a little drawing on your sheet, and you can tick off. You may have heard all these different cancers that smoking can cause because it affects the cellular integrity. Besides those, even the nicotine itself, which people get through vaping. So we're talking about cigarette smoking, as well as tobacco chew, as well as vaping, right? So all those things will affect the lining of all of your veins, your vascular system. And so that's gonna go up, and people can get strokes, and people can end up with heart attacks. And
Here we are addressing the social cognitive theory's construct of knowledge of risks and benefits. Showing charts allows the learner to both hear and see what we are teaching.
there's something called an aortic aneurysm. So, coming off of your heart, that large vessel that's pumping blood to all of your body, they can get an aneurysm in that, and then all kinds of trouble that comes after that. It's even been linked to diabetes, and you probably have seen all the other trouble. People end up from diabetes losing their eyesight, eye damage, even eye damage regardless of the diabetes has been linked to smoking, and then they can lose their toes. And something pretty sad is it's been linked to fertility issues and the ability to hold a pregnancy even. Let me just go on a little bit for this list too. Hip fractures, malformed pregnancies that are happening in the tubes, rheumatic arthritis. Nobody's loving arthritis. and the immune system going down. What's interesting is that actually, speaking of breast cancer, lung cancer has surpassed as the #1 cancer for women. We don't see a lot of advertising for that, but it's lung cancer. And the smoker have a 12 times higher risk for lung cancer than a non-smoker. You smoke about a pack a day, right? And this data that I have here is just showing somebody who's smoking even 1 pack a week, which obviously is not, realistic, but let's just take these numbers and multiply them by 7 I don't know if you've ever done the math to see, like, how's your car? Would you like a new car? Because if I multiply this by 7, well, not a new car, right? Prices are going up all the time. But let's say you wanted to buy a nice $9,000 car. If you quit smoking and you saved up the money you've been spending on your cigarettes, you'd have that car paid off in 5 years. So on a weekly basis, a pack a day, you're spending close to $40. On a monthly basis, just, assuming like a 4-week month, you're spending about $155. So on a year, you're almost at $2,000, and that is a mighty fine trip to Aruba. Yeah. So it's good you're quitting now. You're gonna have a lot of bucks in your pocket. You're gonna have some time going through tough days as you get there, as you, wean out the chemicals from your body. And we're gonna talk next about how to deal with those things. But once that's done, you're going to feel better that way. You're gonna have more energy. You're gonna have an improved sense of taste and smell. That's all gonna start coming back to an improvement in your skin and your hair, and you won't have that cigarette smoke on all of your things. So let's go ahead and talk about, how can you get there? What are the tools that exist?
Here we address the social cognitive theory's perceived facilitators to improve their sense of self-efficacy.
On the sheet I have for you here, listed all these resources that we're going to talk about. And just now that we've covered some of those other things, just at the end, these last ones you'll see on the page, that's called Tactics for Difficult Times. So a lot of people keep their hands busy, keep themselves busy, try chewing gum, try drinking water. You mentioned that you're concerned about weight gain when you stop smoking, and other people will have those concerns too. And some of the strategies they use are like chewing on carrots or celery. And I want to go over some like meditation type of coping techniques with you. So we're going to do some deep breathing. Sometimes it's just going to get really tough, and you just at that moment try maybe to take a deep breath and close your eyes and imagine yourself through those hard times, through those difficult times, and on the other side of it where you have all your lung capacity back and you can hike and you can sing. So with me, take a deep breath and just close your eyes and see yourself there.
Role-playing helps increase their sense of self-efficacy in a kinesthetic manner. They can have experience physically walking through the method and can continue to visualize themselves having done it.
So tell me about, what do you think are going to be difficult situations? What kind of, where are you going to be that it's going to be the hardest time for you to get through? What's going to be those triggers for you?
Here we address the social cognitive theory's perceived impediments.
I've got a space here on the form for you. So let's go ahead and write down those triggering times. And then we'll write down next to it some of those coping techniques that you think might help you. And I've got some handouts here to send with you as well at the end, with those suggested coping techniques that we talked about. They're listed here, but I've got an additional handout for you.
A written handout gives the participants something to refer to later, reinforcing what they've learned, eliminating the need for them to memorize everything, and addressing those who learn best by reading. Having the participants set a start date goal helps them progress further along the spectrum of stages of change referred to in the trans-theoretical model of behavior change.